we go. 36 seconds, not too bad. Good morning, Anastasia. How are you?
Good, good, fantastic. Thanks, Stuart. Are we gonna turn off the music?
Yeah, but I always like to, make sure that your audience gets
There
heard
it
out
is.
there. They got to clap for you.
Ease
So,
it in. It
right.
is ease it in. Yay.
I'll try to ease it in.
Yeah, so we're
Anyway,
back at it, right? Market's picking up. Supposedly this week though is the week to sell your property. Isn't that right? Statistically speaking, I thought this was it. I read somewhere that this was the best week to sell a home. Supposedly
is
the most amount of eyes on the property. I don't
well,
know.
you're
At
one
least
step ahead.
statistically. I don't know if
That
it's true this
statistically,
year.
oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, well, we did sell a house last week, so I guess we got under the wire. Yeah, we
Yeah, good
actually
for you.
we had a
All
house
right, let's
last.
introduce ourselves now.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. We're, we do things a little back. Anyway, I'm Stuart Fournier. I'm a 26-year veteran of the Los Angeles and specifically South Bay area. My wife and I, Randy, have practiced for 26 years, and we have covered all aspects of residential real estate. And we like to get on the air and talk about it. But before we get started, let me introduce my co-host.
Hello, everyone. It's Anastasia Bonholzer, and I am a mortgage broker with AMS Mortgage Services. And I operate out of the South Bay, but I am also licensed in the entire state of California, Florida, and Texas.
Well, welcome everybody. We
And so, yeah,
like to
tell me, you sold a house yesterday. I mean, yesterday, last week,
last
right?
week, yeah, we sold it in what,
Yeah, good for you.
7 days
Good for you.
and way over.
That was the
Uh,
San Pedro property. It's blink and
yeah,
it's gone. Good for you.
yeah.
So the market's definitely picking up. Good time to sell.
Number one, number two, there are different pockets that are really, really low in inventory. And San Pedro, the section that we were selling in, happens to be one of those. So there were maybe two or three houses
Nice.
within, I would say to 2 to 3 square mile area, which is pretty unbelievable. But we did do the right thing and get it ready. We polished it up and, made sure it looked as best that it could. In fact, the owner said when she had to move out temporarily for us to do that. When she moved back in, she didn't want to move back in because she didn't want to ruin anything.
That's
But
hilarious.
we did sell it,
Well, good for
so
you.
happy
Awesome.
about
Awesome
that.
job.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk, Anastasia, today about off the market. Um, in my
Yeah.
opinion, one of the most misunderstood approaches to real estate in the residential world. And, this all stemmed from one of those wonderful reality TV shows that I saw about 2 years ago when I saw a seller get on the air and say to his so called celebrity realtor, gee, I can't wait to get my house up and ready to go so I can, uh, put it on the off the market first. Actually, he didn't even use the word first. He just goes,
Okay.
I can't wait to get it off the market. And I cracked up at that time because I thought, boy, they have really programmed people to believe that off the market is some kind of
Yeah. It's like an
exclusive.
exclusive club, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
after doing this for as long as I have, I can tell you that that is just a joke, probably just to myself. I don't know how other realtors feel about it.
Yeah.
But, the main reason that to me it's just kind of a joke is the easiest thing to sell in our profession basically is exclusivity, right? You want to make people feel like you've got the corner on this particular market or that particular neighborhood and everything else. And people believe it hook, line, and sinker. But the bottom line is today, if there's one industry that has exposure to a facet of different kinds of portals and websites and
Yeah.
exposure, it's real estate. I mean, there isn't an industry that has more access to the public than real estate at nauseum, let's face it. So when you choose to
Yeah.
go off the market, what you're really saying is, I don't want anybody to see this. That's the impression that you give. And exclusivity, let's face it, really means non-exposure. And what's the first rule of advertising? First rule of advertising is get exposure, right? So when you're off the market,
Right.
Not only is it not exposing your home, you're also giving question as to why you're off the market to begin with. Let's face it, when buyers are looking for a piece of property and they see it's off the market, they don't think, oh my God, this is so exclusive. I'm sure I'm going to get a good deal. Their first question is, why is this off the market? What do I have to be suspicious about? And let's face it, buyers are suspicious to begin with, right? Whether you're on the market or off the
Yeah.
market, and advisedly so. You should always be a little, suspicious about the reasoning. Maybe suspicious is not a good
Yeah.
word. It sounds,
I think there are, yeah, from what I've seen is there are valid reasons for being off market. Like especially what I noticed is during COVID when there